silly to find how many people were arrested, actual cuffs used for some incidents like manspreading, as you mentioned. The list they say that they found for reasons why people were arrested, these minor misdemeanors, they call it laughable, but the list they say goes on and on. Just yesterday, Pix 11's Andrew Ramos brought you the story of Joshua Chaves, a young man fined for going through the turnstile even though he was allegedly allowed to do so by an MTA employee.
I let him go.
The altercation with officers caught on his cell phone video.
This is part of a larger problem that people have been bringing light to, and I'm just one of many contributors in trying to shed light on a growing problem of abuse of power.
Robert Ganji, the director for the Police Reform Organizing Project, says their 10-month-long investigation found Chaves was not alone.
Some of the tickets do seem laughable.
Believe it or not, the report found manspreading got one person arrested, according to Prop. Littering landed another in cuffs. The complaints and stories go on and on.
People can get arrested for having their foot up on the subway seat, even if it's 2:30 in the morning, and not bothering everybody. People get arrested for walking between subway cars when the train is stopped. People get arrested for begging. People get arrested for jaywalking. People get arrested for spitting on the sidewalk. All those activities that I just described have been virtually decriminalized in white communities.
Stories were largely gathered through Prop volunteers monitoring city arraignments in Lower Manhattan or by talking to people on the streets. The activist group says its report highlights harmful effects of the city's broken windows policing. In 2014 alone, there were hundreds of thousands of misdemeanor arrests here in the city. 86% of those arrested, again, according to Prop, involving people of color. So there are some flaws to this study. The director tells us that there were no photographs taken, there were no independent interviews conducted during that court monitoring that they did. There are some things that they would like to revise if they do this study again in the future. Now, of course, we asked them where do they want to go from here, what do they hope will happen. They say they hope that the police will move on from a quota system. They believe that is why these kinds of misdemeanor arrests are taking place. We did reach out to the NYPD, of course, but did not receive a response back just yet. We are live in Lower Manhattan. Armin Chaudhry, Pix 11 News.